Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the Bellator / RIZIN bout special card right here, a special cross motion card. Yeah, but the bout's between Hiromasa Ougikubo versus Juan Archuleta in the bantamweight division for the undisputed RIZIN bantamweight title. And I think their bantamweight division is 134, so like a 1 pound difference. So it's kind of weird, but hey, that's how they want to roll. They got different numbers, different weight classes. I don't know why it's 1 pound different. They just want to be different, but it is what it is. Maybe they have a different number in stone, so it looks prettier in stone because they don't really go by pounds like America does. So maybe they say stone. It looks more interesting than that. But anyway, so how we doing this? How we predicting this? I'm gonna say high confidence Juan Archuleta to beat Hiromasa Ougikubo. Another thing I would say before I get into this prediction, which I feel is an easy prediction for me to say. Not easy to win, but easy for me to say why I'm leaning to this. I think it's very clear reasons why I'm leaning to Juan Archuleta in high confidence. But what I would say is both these guys are high-level competitors. And if you don't watch, well, I'm not going to say it. What I'm trying to say is, I know a lot of people that, matter of fact, a lot of people barely even watch UFC now. I mean, have watched UFC. They watch UFC, but they barely have watched UFC. Like, these guys coming in, they don't know who Ben Henderson is. They don't know who anybody is prior to McGregor. Like, anybody that wasn't necessarily hot around when McGregor got hot, or when McGregor was hot or is hot, they don't know who these people are. Like, who's Ben Henderson? Who's Chuck Liddell? Who's this guy? Who's that guy? Who is Ben Rothwell? Who's this guy? Who are the people outside the UFC? They still understanding, but I would say, like, you gotta like do your research and look around and study fighters. And these guys might not. Well, Juan Archuleta is an exciting fighter. Ougikubo, if you like grappling, that's a very exciting fighter. But I would definitely say Juan Archuleta is a easy guy to catch up on. This guy's a very elite fighter. I don't know if he would hang in the UFC now, but a couple years ago when he was really on top of his game, I definitely would think that. I think without a doubt he could have hang in the UFC and be an elite fighter in the UFC. Probably challenged for a title, potentially won a title depending on who they matched him up against. But definitely, without a doubt, could have hanged in the UFC. Probably still could hang in the UFC, but I don't think he would necessarily be elite, at least not for very long, because he's kind of, he's been around. That's all I'm saying. He's been around. He had a lot of experience, but two very elite guys who have won world titles around the sport of MMA in multiple organizations. So very elite is all I'm gonna say. That's what I'm trying to say. Very elite fighters right here. Very respectable fighters. But now to the prediction. So most of this video is me just giving these guys their props. Now the easy prediction, not easy fight, but for me, easy for me to predict whether it goes this way or not. But as far as me predicting, easy for me to predict. Ougikubo is primarily, a grappler. He's very good at grappling. But I think Juan Archuleta is a very good anti-grappler, and I think the gap between their striking is pretty huge. And as far as grappling, I think Ougikubo is clearly the better grappler, but Juan Archuleta is historically very hard to take down, very hard to control, very hard to really do anything with him in the grappling department. So I think it'll be hard for Ougikubo to even get the takedown. And then on the ground, Juan Archuleta is very slippery, very slimy on the ground, very good at scrambling, very elite there. So I feel like he can take away Okubo's main strength. Then if I feel like he has a clear advantage. But I think Ougikubo will make it interesting. He'll go for some good attempts. And I think surprisingly this will go to a decision based off all those stats. But yeah, I think basically I think Archuleta should be able to shut down the grappling of Ougikubo and should be able to scramble well and deal with that, address that pretty well. Then if I think he's clearly the better striker, and I think he should be able to outstrike Ougikubo over the course of the rounds and beat him in a decision victory. So in this one, I had Juan Archuleta via decision.